Spoiler warning if you haven't watched the movies, but if you don't care, then just continue. Second video and I'm already talking about My Little Pony. It's only downhill from here. My Little Pony needs no introduction. It's been around since the 80s. Most people only know it for Gen 4, which is fair. It's the best one and also the most popular. But come on, guys. We all love Gen 2, right? In this video, I'm going to be ranking every My Little Pony movie, but only the ones that are over an hour long because that's what's considered a movie by most people. So sorry to the 4 Gen 3 fans out there. I'm not reviewing a very minty Christmas. Anyway, let's jump into it. Before going into this movie, I didn't have high expectations for it, but I wasn't really expecting it to be bad. But afterwards, I can say that this movie is actually pretty good. This movie follows the little ponies who are being attacked by these evil humans who unleash this goo onto them called the Smooze. There's also a few other side plots like Lickety Split getting bullied off stage and then runs away with Spike, which causes the other ponies to go after them. They meet these other humans and then they go to all these places trying to stop the Smooze, and then they find these ponies who get rid of it for them, and that's kind of it. That was really oversimplified. There's other characters I didn't bring up like the Grundles and these things, but that's basically the main plot. This movie was a fun watch and I couldn't help but notice the effort put into it. Like these backgrounds are beautifully painted and the animation is actually pretty alright for its time. There are a lot of songs in this movie too. It's nothing I'd listen to outside of the movie, but I guess they're okay. My favorite is Nothing Could Stop the Smooze. I really like the more fantasy themes this movie goes for and that Gen 1 does overall. Part of me wishes they did more of that in the later generations. This movie was good. It's different compared to what I'm used to, and I'm glad I watched it. Okay, next movie. I know Equestria Girls came out before this, but this fits more with the main series, so this one's next. My Little Pony the movie, not to be confused with the 1986 one I just talked about, came out in 2017 and follows Twilight and her friends saving Equestria from the Storm King. Oh no! Gonna try and explain this plot as quickly as I can. The movie starts with everyone preparing for a big festival and then they sing a song, but this evil unicorn with a broken horn named Tempest Shadow comes to ruin all the fun under the order of the Storm King. She starts turning all the princesses to stone and she tries to get Twilight, but she misses and got Derpy, who's instead are fucking serious. The main six escape into a waterfall and decide they need to go to where Celestia wanted them to go, which is the Queen of the Hippos. Meanwhile, while all the ponies in Canterlot were captured and put in chains, Tempest Shadow gets ordered to go after them and capture Twilight for the Storm King in return for Tempest's broken horn to be fixed. We cut to the main six traveling through an empty desert and finding a city with all these sketchy individuals. Twilight says not to talk to the wrong people, but Pinkie Pie starts screaming at them, "What the fuck are we doing?" The main six get surrounded, but this cat guy who I forgot the name of comes to save the day. He tells the main six that he can help them through song, and it's found out that they need to go to the hippogriffs and not the hippos, so they plan for that, but then it's revealed the cat guy wanted to sell the ponies to get out of debt. And also Tempest is already here. When did that happen? The main six escape from them, and the cat guy leads Tempest in the wrong direction because he feels bad. The main six escaped onto the ship with a crew who used to be pirates, but they are now under the Storm King's order, but the main six convince them to stop being under his order, so they do that through song. At the end of the song, Rainbow Dash does a sonic rain boom, which alerts the other ship, and they're headed for them now. Rainbow Dash, you're fucking selling! Tempest ship catches up, but the main six escape by falling through the sky and making a hot air balloon. Back on the ship, Tempest finds their map and finds out where they're headed, so they start going there. The main six find out the mountain they were going to is empty, and they got flushed down a fountain and meet this fish pony thing who introduces them to her mom, and the mom turns them into fish with a magic orb and explains that they are the hippogriffs and that they are hiding. They sing a song and then Twilight gets caught stealing the orb, which gets them kicked out. Now everyone is mad at Twilight and she crashes out on Pinkie and they all go away and Twilight gets captured. Oh no! Tempest explains her sad Roblox bully villain backstory, no copyright sounds 2025 edition. The story explains that she lost her horn when the ball got put in the cave, and then the fucking Ursa Minor or something, I forgot the name, bro. Twilight gets taken back to Canterlot and the Storm King steals all the princess's power and Twilight is sad. Meanwhile, the other five feel bad they got mad at Twilight and they go to find her, but then they find out Twilight is gone and they are sad again. But then the other side characters show up out of nowhere and help them. Let's go, yeah. Meanwhile, the Storm King betrays Tempest Shadow and says, I was just kidding, no horn for you. And then Tempest Shadow almost dies before Twilight saves her and calls her friend. How sweet and wholesome. This is... Friendship is magic. The other five and the side characters sneak in and invade Canterlot, and then they go into a party cannon to stop the Storm King. The Storm King tries to turn Twilight to stone but misses, and then turns Tempest and the Storm King to stone, and then the Storm King dies and Tempest is saved. Then the princess's magic is restored, and then everyone parties, and there's another song, and it's great. And yeah, that's the end. Okay, this movie was really good. The plot is interesting, the characters are great, the acting is great, and the music is also great. But to me, the best part about this movie is its animation. It's so fluid and clean, the colors are perfect, the mix of 3D and 2D is so well done. This is genuinely one of the most well-animated movies I've ever seen. The animation in the credits sequence is also really nice looking, and I love it. I don't really know what else to say about this movie, and I don't really have any problems with it. I would recommend it. It's a fun watch.
My Little Pony, the Equestria Girls. I forgot to get an intro song for this part of this video, and I didn't want to get one.
Equestria Girls started in 2013 with the main goal of selling dolls, because why else would they make something like this? There are 4 movies, a few specials, and also like a series, but the 4 movies revolve around Twilight going to the human world. What? In this movie, Twilight's crown gets stolen by Sunset Shimmer, who went through a secret portal. Twilight has to go through the portal and get the crown, or else bad things happen. But Spike comes with her through instinct, I guess. Twilight spends the next 30 minutes or so getting used to the human world, and it's really hard to watch because she keeps embarrassing herself. She befriends human Fluttershy and eventually everyone else later. She realizes that she has to win Princess of the Dance or whatever to win her crown back. In this world though, Sunset Shimmer is the one who usually wins, so she's not happy about this. She releases an embarrassing video about Twilight that makes everyone laugh at her, so the other 5 friends put on a show to change her reputation, and it works. Sunset Shimmer gets mad at this and has her little minions, who are actually just Snips and Snails, trash the gym and blames it on Twilight, but the boy Twilight has a crush on gives new evidence proving her innocence. I'm not going to cut this out because I think it's funny. Twilight teams up with everyone to help clean the gym, and she wins Princess at the Dance. But then Sunset Shimmer tries to steal Spike and threatens to smash the portal if she doesn't give the crown. Twilight says no, then Sunset Shimmer crashes out and takes the crown and becomes a demon, destroys the front of the school, and turns all the students into zombies. This escalated really quickly. The main 6 all get powers combined with the power of friendship, and they stop Sunset Shimmer and they save the school. What I think is crazy is that Sunset Shimmer doesn't even get expelled. She just has to rebuild the wall, which is actually crazy. She's turned into a demon, bro, and tried to turn your students into zombies. This is it? Really? Twilight and Spike go back to Pony World in the end. When I first watched this, I thought it was odd, but I didn't think it was bad. The songs are okay. The art style is strange because their legs are really long for some reason, but whatever. I think the plot here is relatively creative. We have 3 more Equestria Girls movies to sit through, so yeah, next one.
We used to fight with each other.
I watched this movie at like 6 in the morning. This movie was pretty good. It was better than the first Equestria Girls movie. And yeah, here's my oversimplified plot. This movie started. Wait, what the? Why are they in a band? What? The high school is doing a battle of the bands type situation. There's an evil group who used to be dragons who use magic to divide the whole school and hypnotize them into making them win or something. Sunset Shimmer writes a magic message to Twilight through this weird book, telling her to come back, and she receives it. So she just fucking builds a portal and goes. I don't even know. Man. They have a slumber party at Pinkie Pie's house, and then the next day they practice at Applejack's, and Twilight can't sing for shit, so the magic doesn't work. After more practice, the event finally happens, and the evil magic people play their song and hypnotize everyone. And then the main 6 play, but too much magic is showing, and Sunset Shimmer jumps on stage and ruins everything. They still win that round and perform against the evil people in this big showdown, and DJ Pon3 comes in clutch. My fucking boat, man. Also, what the fuck is even happening? There's dragons and a huge unicorn, and everyone cheers for the main 6, and they win. Wow, like. Twilight goes home, and then yeah, that's the end. Also, Spike was there, I guess. I don't know. There's some stuff I left out, but that's the basics. This plot was a little more confusing, but I still like this movie better than the first Equestria Girls movie. This one's music was good too. They managed to fit a lot of stuff happening into only an hour and 13-minute runtime, which I think is nice. The pacing is really well done. Don't got much else to say. We still have 2 more Equestria Girls movies, so let's keep it rolling. Where do I even start with this movie, bro? This is definitely my least favorite so far. I'll try to explain what happens the best I can since there are a lot of things happening here. So here's my oversimplified plot explanation. It starts with a big reveal. We get to see the real human version of Twilight that lives in this world. She goes to another school called Crystal Prep, and I don't like her that much. It's revealed that the Friendship Games are happening soon, which is a sporting event that happens once every 4 years. CHS competes against Crystal Prep, but Crystal Prep has won every single time. CHS has a rally performed by Rainbow Dash to hype up the school for the event. Rainbow Dash says that they're gonna win, which I don't know, it's kind of a bold claim based on your track. Meanwhile, stupid human Twilight has this weird magic machine that she uses to close the portal to the pony world. Oh, that's not good. Then the Crystal Prep kids go to CHS and they have a welcome party for them. This is when Twilight starts unintentionally stealing the main five's power. They start the first friendship game, which is an academic thing, and of course Twilight wins it for her school. Later, she meets up with Fluttershy, steals her power. Oh no. Also, there's an alternate version of Spike in this world, and he can talk now. You guys remember? You guys remember Spike, right? They go to start the next game, which is this big relay race thing with a bunch of things happening. I don't really want to explain everything that happens. Just go watch the movie yourself. But the main five keep using magic, and eventually all the magic got stolen by Twilight's little machine. The other school's principal thinks it's unfair that magic was used, so they do a rematch, and they convince Twilight through song to unleash the magic out of the machine so they can use the magic themselves to help them win. Unleashing this magic turns Twilight into a god who gets power hungry and tries to rip apart the fabric of space. Dude, what's with all these ponies turning into gods? I'm tired, boss. Then the main five get their powers back, and Sunset Shimmer also turns into a god and talks Twilight out of destroying the universe, and then she agrees. Then Twilight's a good person again, then transfers to CHS, and then yada yada.
Wait, what the fuck?
And then that's the end. This movie was my least favorite so far. It had one half-decent song, and the plot was really hard to follow. There was some stuff I didn't bring up because I didn't want to spend too long on this movie, but I feel like a less complicated plot and somebody not turning into a power-hungry god again would have been nice. Last Equestria Girls movie. Woohoo! This movie is better than the last. The plot was easier to follow and I didn't feel like too much was happening at one time. So a lot of stuff did happen. It's somewhat similar to the other movies and I'm feeling like I'm seeing recurring themes with these, so I'll give a really brief coverage. They drive to Camp Everfree, they meet the directors, the dock gets broken. They say they will fix it, they fix it, it gets broken again. Campfire story, the main six start experiencing magic powers they can't control. Other stuff I don't care about happens, just go watch the movie. One of the camp leader's backstories is revealed. She gets her hands on magic crystals. Oh yeah, guess what happens next? She turned into a god. Yep. Couldn't have guessed that. Really couldn't have guessed that. Blah blah blah. Stop her with the power of friendship. Then yeah, the end. This movie was really predictable after the other three, but that doesn't mean it has no redeeming factors. I've always liked camp out episodes of shows and stuff. I think it's cool if it's done. Also, the music is good. These movies continue into a series, which I may make a video on another day, but we'll see. The Equestria Girls movies overall were okay. Rainbow Rocks is my personal favorite. They all have the same ending though, which is kind of annoying, and also the plots were predictable. I probably would have enjoyed this more if I was 6 years old, like the target audience, but whatever. One more movie in this video to go.
My Little Pony Generation 5.
I'm pretty sure this is the first thing to come out of My Little Pony G5, and I had extremely low expectations going into this movie, but you know, it was actually pretty good.
Here's your extremely oversimplified version of the plot.
It starts with the main six from G4. We fucking can't. Oh wait, no, it's just toys. Don't. We get introduced to this main character I forgot the name of, who lives in a racist society of Earth ponies who hate Pegasi and unicorns. The main characters believe that all ponies can be friends, but everyone else thinks otherwise. Then a unicorn named Izzy comes to the Earth Pony place and everyone is scared of them, and then the main character and Izzy escape and they go to Pegasi Land. The main character's friend or something who's in charge of the town goes to find them and leaves the other friend named Sprout to take care of the town. A bunch of stuff happens in Pegasi Land and they get found and then they team up and then they go to Unicorn Land where everyone is sad because nobody has any magic, and then they find out about these crystals that they could bring, They go back to Earth Ponyland and Sprout became a dictator and tried to kill all of them, and then their house gets destroyed, but it's okay because the crystals do a thing and the magic is restored, and then yeah, the end. This movie was way better than I expected it to be. I really expected this to be a bad movie, but I think it's one of the best on the list. The songs are alright and some of the decisions made are questionable, but overall I think this was good. Okay, yeah, time for the ranking. At 7th place, I'm gonna go with Equestria Girls Friendship Games. At 6th place, I'm going to have Equestria Girls Legend of Everfree. At 5th place, we just have Equestria Girls. At 4th place, we have My Little Pony the movie from 1986. At 3rd place, we have Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks. At 2nd place, we have My Little Pony A New Generation. And finally, at 1st place, we have My Little Pony the movie from 2017. This video was fun to make. I think that some might say that watching over 7 hours of My Little Pony content just for a YouTube video that's going to get 4 views is a waste of time, but I had a lot of fun making it, and I think my enjoyment of this is better than whatever other people think. So dear Princess Celestia, what did we learn today? I don't fucking know.